Hey everybody, I am Godi. I am a music artist. My favorite thing about music is self-expression, putting myself out there, getting to sing and perform and going from making the music in the studio, imagining how it would be live, and then getting to actually see it being performed live by yourself. And it's like, I don't know, for me, it's an incredible feeling because, I'd be at the gym working out, and then right after my workout, I'm like, let me go dance, let me work on choreography. And then I start imagining and seeing things, and one thing leads to another. Then I add stuff to the instrumental, so my original songs have extra layers to them just to give it more accents.
Headed to the park, baby, I'm so icy. Wearing every part, looking spicy. I'm a bad bitch, yeah, I'm feisty. Kick him to the ditch, never be they wifey. I'm icy, looking very mighty. I'm crazy, cause I'm never lazy.
And it just makes it so much more fun. And my biggest inspiration is Beyonce, because Beyonce is one of those people that anytime you see her perform live, it's the music's always better. The music's always elevated, and there's so many more elements that she adds to it. Like in terms of production, performance, and music, that's the goal that I want to reach, is where Beyonce's at.
Everybody on top, turn me
I started to really love music when I was 10 years old. It was one of those things where I would see people singing, and I think around that time there was like musicals and stuff going on. So like, I don't know, I envisioned myself singing, and mind you, I couldn't sing a lick. I sounded like a horse, like I was screaming. People were like, okay, you need to be quiet, kid. And I put myself out there. I was like, okay, I can't sing. So I stopped for a few years. And a lot of that was also I was in the closet. So I didn't really fully feel like I could express myself. So that probably is why I never had a voice, because I could never feel comfortable talking. Like I was a very quiet kid. Like I talk a lot now, but I was a very quiet kid. And it's just one of those things where I didn't sing. I did it for a few years. And then when I was 15 years old, that's when I finally started singing again. And that really was what started everything. I went from learning how to sing to learning how to play the piano better because I was learning how to sing. And then on top of that, I just started writing my own songs. And I owe a lot of my beginnings in songwriting to Christina Perri, because she's the one that really inspired me to start writing my own songs, because I was watching her like sing Jar of Hearts on TV for the first time. I watched her whole journey on YouTube, and it was crazy to like live around that time where you could see everything. And like, I don't know. It was just wild. Like YouTube was crazy back in the day. I'm so grateful for it, because it's the reason why I'm here, and it's the reason why I am doing what I do and why I'm performing. And I actually got to meet her a couple years ago in Glendale, and because I knew I was gonna meet her, I actually brought her my CD so she could have it, because I wanted her to have like a little, just like as a thank you, because there was a song in there that was inspired by her song "The Loneliness." So I created the Spanish version, and it was "La Soledad," and it was really what I was going through at that time. So thank you, Christina Perri. Now I will say my songs back then were very emotional. They're very depressing. Oh my god! Like I cannot tell you how sad I was. Um, so a lot of the songs were very questionable, and I'm glad I never put them out because they're depressing as hell. Um, the first time I got to perform one of my songs was for a school project. I believe it was history class. Was it history class? I don't know why history class had us doing this, but I was very nervous just because, like I said, my songs were depressing and private. And it was a song called Torn Apart. And people were actually surprised because, like I said, I was very quiet. Nobody ever saw me doing anything. And I actually had a guy come up to me after class, and he was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna suck, but that was actually really good. And I was like, thank you. It was so nice to have that, especially from him, because he was such a little dick. He was a little shit. Um, but it was nice to have that reaction, because I was like, damn, I would not of all people, I would not have expected him to come up to me and say that. And then there was this girl that was crying in the corner of the class, and she just up and gave me a big ass hug. And it was interesting for me to see that, one, I wasn't alone in what I was feeling, but also how me having just learned how to sing, having just learned how to speak English, on top of that, be able to communicate to people that way. And that's honestly, that was very inspiring to me. That's really the fuel that I needed to know that this was the right path for me. And I'm so thankful that I got to do this. I'm very grateful for my English teacher for having pushed me out of the friend group that I was in, and pushing me into theater, and pushing me into like getting out of my comfort zone and speaking more, because like I said, my English wasn't great. So I'm here now, baby. One of these days I'm gonna bring that song back, and I'm gonna do like a different rendition of it, because I don't like the recording that I originally did. My God, I still had a lot. I had a lot of pronunciation. I can't even say it now. I had a lot of pronunciation issues. The funniest thing about writing Fool for me was that when I was writing it, I was writing a love song. I was in love. I did not see any of the red flags. And looking back at the lyrics and even just the emotional weight of the song, I'm like, baby boy, the red flags were in the song. How do you're a damn fool, literally. So check out my song Fool. It's on all streaming services. I am a mess. Listen, I used to be such a lover boy. This man had me in shackles.
I'm not perfect. I'll never
Back in
be.
2020, I secretly wrote this song called Too Much. I was living with my ex at the time. We were together for like 6 years, almost going in seven. And, it was in a point of time that we weren't really talking to each other. It was just like, I don't know, something had shifted in our relationship. And I was feeling lonely. Like, we would watch TV together, we'd go to bed together, but we didn't really speak to each other as much. And I was just kind of sad. Like, I felt lonely. I didn't feel like we were in a relationship anymore. And I didn't really know how to express that. And to be honest, I was really in denial. That's why I wrote it in secret. And I was like, well, if I put it into a song, maybe like I can understand how I'm feeling and maybe let it go and be able to move on. I still had hope. That's why it was in secret. Because I was trying my best to hold on to that relationship. And the truth was, we were just really growing apart from each other. And I was trying really hard to hold on to that. And it's just one of those things where I knew I had to let go, and I didn't. And when I wrote the song, I eventually played it for him. He listened to it and he was kind of concerned. And I was just like, oh, don't worry. I was inspired by this like movie, and like it was just so emotional. It got to me. It just reminded me of like something from my past. It did not remind me of anything from my past. It was what was happening right that moment. But I just that's how I felt. And eventually now I knew he knew. I wasn't fooling nobody. I was a fool. But so yeah, when I wrote the song, I was very emotional. And it's crazy how it like impacts like other people, because I remember I was looking at the stats, and there was somebody specifically in Honolulu that was listening to it like 200 times like a week. I was like, bro, what is going on with you? Do you need a hug? Because, baby, I need one too. Let's hug each other. Yeah, it was that kind of moment. Baby, if you're going through it and you're feeling emotional, check out my song Too Much. Hopefully it helps you heal a little bit. Or it might just make you more emotional. Be careful. Well, anyways, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope everybody's having a good time. Remember to take care of yourselves and be the baddest bitch you ever seen. Woo! Oh my God. Oh my God.